Hello again, everyone. I'm here with another Jackson's unboxing video. Unboxing. Everything's already unboxed, but they're in littler boxes, so now I'm going to open those up. So in my previous Jackson's unboxing, I unboxed a couple of Schmincke palettes, and this is the palette that I was talking about wanting to get in those videos. So I will link to that video down below, and then we can go ahead and see what this special edition looks like right now. I'm actually going to save these smaller things for the end because I'm really excited to get in here. It looks like I will need scissors. So I'll just get in here with my scissors. Probably should have taken that plastic off first, but you know, I just got it. I took it out of the box. I was super excited and just wanted to take it up here. Seems like the plastic on this one's a little stronger than the last one. Okay. All right. So this particular shape and size of palette is not something that's available all the time. And I think they come out with a palette like this just about every year as a special edition. This particular one has this design. They always have different designs on them as well. So I had seen them before and realized that I could not get them as they were existing out in the market, just because people who were selling them for way too much. So this ended up being $47, I think, from Jackson's. So it's sort of a squarish tin as opposed to a rectangular tin, and it's a little bit bigger. Actually, let me see. I may have a palette. Yeah, I have this same little regular size palette. So this is the same size as the other Schmincke palette, but it's not the Schmincke palette, obviously, because it has the two wells, and it's empty right now. But I wanted to show you by comparison the size. So it looks like it's about the same width-wise here, but it's a little bit bigger top to bottom. Thickness is pretty much the same. So I just want to do that quick comparison there. I'll put that back off to the side. And so this has all full pans of Schmincke Watercolor. And you know, I do have a lot of these already, and there's some duplication from the other special palette that I got, but I really do use these a lot. So having some extra pans is perfect, because then I can just have them in my stash and I can use them. Like Perylene Green. Perylene Green is definitely a color that I use quite a bit. So is Perylene Violet. This is Payne's Gray Bluish, which I did not have and wanted to get, so that was in here. Permanent Green Olive, I actually have quite a bit of, but I do use it. Saturn Red, that's the duplication with the other special palette that I got. This is Ultramarine Violet, always useful. This is Helios Cerulean, which I think is the same as Phthalo, a Phthalo blue. I'm not sure if the Helios Cerulean is a little bit different. I don't have the Helios Cerulean itself, so that will be a new addition to my palette. Magenta I already have, but again, it's a color I use a lot. Let's see, PB 15-3 on the Helios Cerulean, which is the same pigment number as Phthalo blue, so I think that is roughly the same. Maybe a different percentage or whatever in the mix. Lemon Yellow is one I use a lot, so this is also a really useful one. And then I think that I could probably fit at least 6 half pans in each of these rows. So I could probably do like an 18 half pan setup in here. And as always, the inside piece comes out. You could always just use it that way and put little magnets on your half pans or full pans or whatever, or use it this way. Part of the reason why I like the idea of this palette is it has all these little mixing areas over here. It's also, you know, just a different shape and kind of an interesting size to have, so which I didn't have already. So I'm super stoked about that. And normally these kinds of palettes would go for a lot more than $40-some. So if you can get them while they still have them at Jackson's, I would recommend it. And they actually have sales on a regular basis on their regular Schmincke palettes. So that's pretty much exclusively where I get that stuff. I probably won't at this point be getting any more palettes because I think I have the range of palettes that they carry, like actual metal palettes, I mean. And I'll probably just replace my colors as I go at this point. And that leads me to these little boxes, which also have Schmincke watercolors in them. Their tubes are also very well priced at Jackson's. So it looks like I got 2 smaller tubes. Potter's Pink, yes. So I have been using Potter's Pink from Daniel Smith, but I wanted to try out the Schmincke brand, so that's why I got a little one. I didn't know if I would be using it long term, which is why I just got a little one. This is Viridian, so I'm also thinking of using their Viridian, depending on how I like it, instead of phthalo green in my palette. So I wanted to try that out too, and again, I just got a small one because I didn't know how much I would be using it long term. And you'll see a lot of art stores put their tubes just to protect them in these boxes. Like this one only had 2, even though this holds 3. Same with this one. It's a really nice way for them to pack them. So this is a full thing of phthalo green because I have actually been using the phthalo green quite a bit, so I wanted to stock up on that one. And then this one is quinacridone gold, which is a hue now because they don't have the single pigment available anymore. But this one I use like crazy and I am about to run out, so I wanted to certainly get a bigger tube of that. So that's it for the tubes. So some new things to try and some staples. And they actually just had an announcement that they were releasing highly granulating watercolors, a set of, is it 15? I think it might be 15 new colors. That came to me in the Jackson's email. I did already go ahead and order some of those. The thing is with those is they're basically just mixing 2 highly granulating colors together to get the colors, but they're really beautiful colors. And a lot of the colors that they're mixing together I don't already have, so I went ahead and got some of those. So in the future, you know, Jackson's orders have been taking a little while to get to me, so although this one came fairly fast. So I'm not sure when I'll be doing the unboxing of that, but that will happen at some point when I get them. And that one will probably be an unboxing and a swatching because I am really excited to swatch those colors. Okay, so the only other thing, oh, and then I forgot my little palette sheet here. The swatch sheet that they always put in the palettes. Here, I'll put that in here so that it can be in here. And usually I wait a little while to do those because I may move things around, so I probably won't fill that out for a little while yet. All right, and then the other thing I got is a couple, well, 3 to be exact, new brushes. So let's see, let's get these out of here. And again, they're using their biodegradable cellophane or compostable. The cellophane is compostable. Well, that's very nice. They're always very eco-conscious, which I really appreciate. Okay. So these are 3 new quill brushes, and I have really been noticing that I really like the quill brushes. I have been using them a lot, and you know, I mean, some of it is stylistic, I suppose, but I feel like there's a little bit bigger barrel at the bottom, and I feel like they do paint a little differently than the ones with just the metal barrel. But, you know, maybe that's all just in my head, but but I do like the quill brushes. I like the feel of them, and I like using them. So this, which one is this? Let's see. The name is, oh, so this is just Jackson's brand. Oh, so this is, I think, the mix of synthetic and Kolinsky Sable, the Icon. Yeah, so it's their Icon brand. And I got one in this 10-0 quill. I've really been liking the other brushes that I got in the last order that I unboxed. Again, the link to that video is down below. And I wanted to get something that would be sort of equivalent to an 8, which this seems like it would be sort of that size. Sizing is all over the place with brushes, so you're never really going to get the same size with any two brands or any two types of brushes. And quill brush sizing is completely different. So 10/0, the numbers usually get smaller or bigger as they get smaller. So it's like 10 zeros, I think, is how that's supposed to be. So that's the quill brush. I'm not going to try these out today, but I do plan on doing that soon. Oh, it looks like this one has a little, I won't open this one up because it has a little bit of string here. I'll have to figure out how to get that off. So this is a Da Vinci 0. So you'll see, so this 10 slash, oh God, I'm so sorry, I had that out of the frame. So this 10/0 looks a little bit bigger than this 0. So the sizing, like I said, is all over the place. And this is actually slightly smaller. So this is Da Vinci brand, and it's in their Casaneo line. And this is synthetic, completely synthetic. I've really been liking the Casaneo brushes that I have as travel brushes, so I kind of wanted to have one around that would be a studio brush, and a quill, which is my favorite. And then this is a tiny, tiny little quill brush, which is a 3-0, and this is from Da Vinci, and I believe that this is a squirrel brush, so this is not vegan. And neither is this one. This one is a blend. So I know, I do care about the animals, but it's tough. It's tough. I've heard various arguments for and against. Basically, I want to get good quality brushes that I'm going to have pretty much forever. And I am trying a variety of different brushes. So part of what I'm doing is getting smaller size brushes to see how I like the feel of them. And if I do like the feel in a particular brand, I will get a larger size brush. I am trying to move to mostly synthetic, but like the natural hair brushes that I have, they're going to last pretty much forever if I keep them well cleaned and maintain them well. So that's the idea. And then hopefully in some way I'll be honoring the animal that way. But anyway, so this is a very small Da Vinci brush, which I think is a squirrel brush. And again, it's a little tiny quill. So that's that. And the Da Vinci brushes, when you get into the natural hair brushes, they're super expensive. It doesn't matter where you get them. The Da Vinci brushes, the larger you get in size, the extreme expense comes with it. Even this small one, I can't remember how much this was, and I don't have my invoice in front of me, but even the smaller ones are fairly expensive for their size. The Jackson brand have been great. I have been really, really loving the Jackson brand brushes. The other quill brushes that I have by them are all synthetic, and they've been great. And we'll see how long they last. Hopefully they'll last a while. But Da Vinci is also always a really good brand, and you know they're going to be quality. All right, so that's it for today. Just the palette, the paints, and the brushes. And I will see you again next time, I hope. And feel free to like and or subscribe, and have a great day. Thanks so much. Bye.